Command has been given. Crank him up.
Let's go. When I say I don't know, I don't know.
Let's go, baby.
Now, the morning drive.
Buckle up, everybody.
A little bit of this and a little bit of that.
It's a game changer.
I listen to you guys every single day on my way to work.
Well, again, I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on the radio.
You guys are amazing.
What are you doing over there?
I'm going to the top.
The morning drive with Mike Bagley and Pete Pistone.
To the bat balls.
Sirius XM NASCAR Radio Channel 90 live and on the air for this Wednesday, May 3rd, 2023. Mike Bagley here in Del Marvelous Studio 1D. We've got Pistol Pete Pistone in the Paisan Palace in Chicago. We've got Sammy in Studio 134, the Beltway Bureau in our nation's capital. We welcome each and every one of you to this Wednesday morning. Happy hump day to you, Triple P.
Good morning, Bagman. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday to one and all. We are halfway home on the work week here already on TMD on this fine Wednesday, May 3rd. How are you, pal?
I'm doing good. Let me talk to you a minute about showers. You got a minute?
I got 4 hours. Go ahead.
All right, so we've been going through a little situation here in Del Marvelous Studio 1D. Over the weekend, I'm like, you know what? I think I need to upgrade this shower head. The one I had was fine, but I saw this souped up one, and I had experience with this new one in a hotel a few weeks ago. I really liked it. So I get it. Hook it up. You know, you got to do the Teflon tape and the this and the that and twist and this. Get done. And I'm really a fan.
Really?
I mean, this is a $159 shower head.
Whoa.
And the little $20 Amazon job I had before worked much better. So I had to initiate the return this morning. Look, there are two things I look for in a shower. And I have, obviously, the opportunity to sample many showers across this fruited plain because I've been in so many different hotel rooms.
Yeah.
There are two things I need in a shower. I need hot water.
Okay.
Almost to the point of pain. I like it hot and steamy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's
What about
number
your
one.
shower?
Number two. Well, number two. When the water goes hot, no. Number two is I need to have pressure. I need to be blasted up against the back of the shower. There are some hotels that we go to on the circuit that basically the shower head is drooling. I could stand at the sink and pour a cup of water over me and get more pressure than I can out of a shower head. No, thank you. But there are some that when you turn it on and you hit that thing and when it goes, it literally will blast you up against the back of the shower. That's what I basically need to be pressure washed when I shower. I like a lot of water pressure. Hard to get that. This didn't have it. It's going back, and we're going back to Old Faithful.
Old Faithful.
Listen, just because it's more expensive doesn't mean it's better than what you have.
Agreed.
So
Totally. No, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. You don't want the low flow. I agree with you. I'm with you as well. Need the hot water. I want one of those Silkwood showers, pin me up against the back of the shower wall and keep it coming. Mm-hmm. So ours upstairs we have a good one. Now, every once in a while, we got to clean it out there because it gets filled up with whatever lime or whatever, that kind of thing that kind of slows down the holes where the water comes out of. But yeah, you are going, you travel so much. I'm sure there are mornings where you're like, what in the wide world of sports is this?
What are we doing here? Like, seriously, why are we even wasting water on this?
Yeah.
Like, need to get maintenance up here, tighten this up.
Well, today we have the oven delivery happening today. I have not been given the window yet. I'll be curious. They said they would call me first thing in the morning and give me that 4-hour window. So I'll keep you boys abreast of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
That happens up away from here. So unfortunately, you won't have any. Well, I don't know. Fortunately or unfortunately, you won't have any disruption to this 4 hours of radio gold we spend here in the morning. But that's happening.
That's when Shelly takes over and she does all the traffic direction upstairs. Yep. All right.
Yeah, and the
let's get
bottom
those
line.
booties on. Let's not be walking across the floor with shoes like that.
Well, you got to slide out the one that's there, and then slide in the new one, get that out of there, hook it up and all that. And it feels like it's a little tight to me because where the oven slides out, there's the island in the kitchen. I don't know. Feels like that seems like a tight squeeze. Boys, that's up to you guys. You'll figure it out, and hopefully when I come upstairs here later this afternoon for my first shift of shows, it'll be done. That's all I care about.
Don't be digging out countertops and cabinets and denting them and scuffing them. And
right.
That's the next thing that'll happen. Put some blankets down or whatever so it doesn't get dinged or dented.
These guys are pretty good. We've used these guys a lot, and so hopefully that'll go smoothly. Now, I don't know when the maiden voyage of the oven. Maybe tomorrow, because she's gone tonight, and then tomorrow we're around. So maybe tomorrow night we'll christen the oven with something. I'm not sure. Rack of lamb or something special. Right? If you're going to use the oven for the first time, you should use it something like really special, I think. Although it has an air fryer built in. Maybe I should just air fry tomorrow. Give that a shot. We've been talking about that.
Well, I mean, to me, well, why does that have to be like a souped up meal? Like,
Well,
why
I don't
does
know.
it have to-
I'm christening the new oven, right? Something.
But
What
will
if
you
it doesn't
remember
turn
it
out
a year
okay?
later?
Well, I don't know.
If it doesn't
Maybe.
turn out okay because you're not used to the oven, or like the oven doesn't work, maybe like like the first time you turn it on or something like that.
That's all I need.
Do you preheat the oven like special, like maybe for an extended period of time to make sure
Yes.
that it works?
Burn off the smell. Burn off the
don't know.
new oven smell.
We have had this oven. This oven made the
Do
move
ovens
here.
have smell? Do new ovens have smell?
Well, we'll find out. This
are they like?
this oven came this oven came here with us from the other house because it was still in such good shape and it fit the decor of the new kitchen. So this oven's 19 years old. So gave us some great service. So to your point, I don't know what a new oven might smell like. We'll find out.
Did you put a bun in your old oven and say that you got a bun in the oven, like I said, Pete?
We were fresh out of buns, at least those
I
kind.
hate it when that happens.
So I couldn't do that, Sam. It's a great idea.
Sorry, trying to help.
So yesterday we got done here, did pit reporters with Brett McMillan and Kimmy Kuhn on PRN. Talked about an hour of stuff, but that was fun. And then I met the boys. Larry, my buddy Larry, put together. He'd been trying to do this for months. Somehow, some way, he found out a Tuesday night. I think there were 9 guys he was shooting for, or 10, I should say, and he got 9 last night. So that's pretty good. And this is a crew where a lot of us are a lot closer than maybe some of the other ones where we see each other a little bit more. But this whole group all went to high school together. We all went to good old Maine North High School. We've been friends since. So it was kind of nice. Just kind of a Tuesday night, a couple of beers, some apps, and caught up with everybody. And that was a nice way to spend a Tuesday. Unexpected. That's not a usual Tuesday for me. Usually I'm just here watching whatever. But it was nice to see all the fellas there. And some of them are listeners, so any of you who told me that last night, if you weren't just being nice and you're listening this morning, Bagman and I say good morning.
Good morning. Hello, everybody.
So that was nice.
It is nice to reconnect with folks you haven't seen for a while. Now,
Yeah.
I would not reconnect with my high school friends because, well, they're not friends. They made my life a living hell.
Yeah.
So I've not been to any reunions or anything. It's like I got done with high school. Of course, about this time of year is when the LinkedIn messages start and the classmates.com messages start. People wanting tickets for the race.
Oh, sure.
I
Yeah.
just delete them. Delete. I've not heard from you for 35 years. Please, buy them. Get in there.
Yeah.
Ticket office is open.
There's elections going on in Indianapolis right now. They're doing all their mayoral party elections. They're for both Republicans and Democrats and stuff like that. So that's all going on, city council and stuff like that. And I asked my buddy who lives back in India. I said, "Did you vote in the what I can't even think of what the primaries. There we go. Good
Primaries.
Lord, I could not think of the freaking word. Did you vote in the primaries?" And we were kind of going back and forth. He said that there was some girl that he went to elementary school with was running for city council in the area. And he goes, "Man, she was dumb back in elementary school." And I was like, well, people do change over like 25 years.
I would hope.
Like 20 years probably. So have you done any research? And he goes, "Oh, no, I voted for her anyway, but still." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So
Oh, I know her. I know her.
It was just kind of funny to be like, "Oh, yeah, this girl you haven't thought about this person in so long. And then you sit there and you see an advertisement for him and you're going, oh, little Bobby Miller. I remember when he peed his pants in 3rd grade. I'm going to vote for that guy." You know what I mean? Like, it's just little stuff like that where you're like, I remember when that kid got sick on the teacher and had to go home from school early, and stuff like that would happen. I don't know. There's going to be a handful of folks running for political office I might know and be like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
I know what you did. We're not.
Yeah. Well,
I ain't voting for you."
I know where your skeletons
right.
are.
Yeah.
Well,
it's funny. We talked about that last night. There's some people. Here's the other sad part, real quick. There's some people because of where we are in our lives who have passed on. That discussion came up yesterday. It's like, really? We're going through the roll call of the dead people from our class? I mean, oh my God.
What pills are you taking?
Yeah, we didn't do that. It's like, well, you think your cholesterol's high? When do you see this? Look at this number. No, it wasn't quite that bad. No.
Show of hands, who's on a statin?
Stanton.
Speaking of elections, it just seems like that we here are in this constant cycle of somebody's being elected for something. We just got done with the Senate stuff. Now the Philadelphia mayoral thing is, there's like 7 or 8 candidates.
Wow.
They did
Really?
a poll over the weekend. Hang
Wow.
on. They did a poll over the weekend. So you have all the candidates listed with the percentage, right? And then you had the percentage of undecided. The percentage of undecided was larger than any one percentage of any one candidate.
That's 8 quality people running for mayor right there. If you tell me,
There's too many.
boy.
There's too many. There's too many people. You're
That's gonna
splitting
be
up
good.
the vote. My God.
Oh,
wow.
gosh.
Well,
But it's like we
good
can't
luck.
get out of this. It's like it always continues. Somebody's and the ads, right? Every spot break, we've got nothing but this. I mean, I'm missing my Empire carpet days. Where I could, my Mr. Sparky. I can't sing along with commercials anymore because I got these damn political ads going. Come on.
John Smith. Oh, I'm so happy we're done with that. We finally have our new mayor. Matter of fact, I think he gets inaugurated May 15th. So we've got that all behind us. Now, one of the guys that didn't show up yesterday is my friend Ron, and my friend Ron is a film producer, director. He does some advertising stuff. Everybody's on strike. The Writers Guild went on strike, and so a lot of the things have come to a grinding halt, including the late-night talk shows. I think Saturday Night Live is on the fence this week, so hopefully that'll get straightened out. It hasn't happened in a while. It was funny. The last time it happened, they showed me a clip of Conan O'Brien was very behind. Because he was a writer, so he was very behind the writers, and I think most of the late night people are, that they should get their fair share. So there was a show where Conan, all he did was sit behind his desk because he couldn't do anything from writing's perspective, and he spun his wedding ring on his desk to see how long it would go. That was his whole show. He just kept spinning the wedding ring.
Why, that was great to watch. By the way, that was like 15 years ago, the last writer strike that we had.
It's what
2007, I think
it's
it was.
what made a lot of people jump shark from Lost.
Yes, you're right.
If we really want to go that deep, because they got put into purgatory in the show and purgatory in writing the show because they couldn't figure out if it was going to keep going. They had to have. There was also something I saw too where the writer strike. The Breaking Bad, the show Breaking Bad. The DEA agent brother-in-law Hank, the bald guy. He was actually at one point supposed to pass away. He was supposed to die like in this season that was affected by the writer's strike, but they couldn't get the two episodes done and written, stuff like that, so they couldn't do it, and that's why he wound up actually having a longer character arc on the story, on the show and stuff like that. But it really actually, I mean, The Office was affected by it, which was a really, really popular show at the time too. I hope it doesn't continue because there's a lot of good shows out right now, and I don't.
Well, that's the point. Yeah,
Pay the people.
Abbott
exactly.
Elementary could be delayed because
Okay.
Yep. There's a lot.
Yeah.
And they were getting ready to actually start today
For season
on
3?
the new season.
Wow.
And now they got to go in dry dock.
Yeah.
So we may
Yeah.
not have Abbott Elementary in time here.
Well, the what I saw, the number they're asking for, the inequity of what they get from what the streamers and the networks make is ridiculous. So give them their fair share. And to your point, let's not miss anything. I'm getting into stuff now, and I won't have to put that on dry dock. Let's go. Tighten it up.
Of course, we have a very self-serving
Of course.
recommendation. Just work this out, all right?
Of course.
Let
Give
it
them their
up.
fair share. Give them their fair share.
Baggy, I was
please.
talking about this with Petey and you before the show, but there's a new one out there on Netflix that I know The Night Agent wasn't necessarily your cup of tea, but there's a new one called The Diplomat, and it's from Deborah. It's not her
From
name.
the-
Her
from
first
the
name is
West Wing.
Deborah,
Yeah.
and she's from The West Wing. She does so that it's very reminiscent of West Wing like episodes. It's a lady who's she becomes the ambassador to Great Britain, and her
Is that Kerry
husband.
Russell?
Yeah, Kerry
Yeah.
Russell becomes the ambassador to Great Britain, and all this crazy stuff is happening all around her. Very, very good. We're 4 episodes in. There's 8 total episodes. They're about 50 minutes, 45 minutes apiece, so not too long.
Nice.
But that might be something up your alley since you like that kind of stuff. And again, it's West Wing. It's a lady who wrote and did stuff on the West Wing. So there's a lot of like walk-in chats. There's a lot of like back and forth witty quips and things like that. It's been a pretty fun show to watch so far.
So I just saw, because I Googled when he brought it up, and I just said, that does actually look like something I would be interested in.
I'm in,
I just
too.
saw a day ago, Variety said it's been renewed for season 2.
Really? Well, if the writers get their
Well,
their
whenever
affairs
we
in
get
order.
to season 2, it's been renewed for
Right,
season 2.
Right. When Sammy said the Diplomat, I thought it was that fancy schmancy restaurant you guys go to there in D.C.
Oh, no, that's Lay.
Oh, Lay Diplomat. Okay.
Don't get it twisted, Pete.
Which, like a
Come on
week
now.
after we went there, a pipe burst and just spilled all over people while they were eating. So,
What?
Yeah.
The whole restaurant off to the right when we went in. I'm like, oh my God, I stood there waiting for the table that night.
We would have
now it's underwater.
We would have been. It would have been like going to a Washington football team game when that quote unquote rainwater was falling on people.
Yuck.
That's one of my favorite places to go to in DC, and that's also a good place to people watch. Depending on when you go, you see some folks venture over from Capitol Hill and bumping into some people that just, or as you're walking by, I'm like, holy cow, that's blank, or like, oh, wow, they don't look that way on the news. They don't look that way when they're standing up in front of a microphone, in front of a podium or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty cool, and I always have gone there. Best French onion soup. And I go there and I get, well, I'm not going to use the French term, but basically I go there and get a hamburger and French fries. And the way they do it is spectacular. But the French onion soup is to die for. I would put that on the Mount Rushmore. I'll probably put that 1 or 2 on the list of Mount Rushmore as far as French onion soup.
That good? Oh, French onion soup.
Oh,
okay.
son.
Really? I know you said it before.
done
I'm not.
perfectly.
Now I wonder if any actual diplomats dine at Le Diplomat.
Yes, actually.
Probably.
They do.
If I was a
Yeah.
You would
diplomat,
think, right?
I would do it ironically. I'd be like, do I get I'm a diplomat. Do I get a 10% discount? Sometimes if I go to a restaurant named Sam's or something like that, I'd be like, hey, my name's Sam. Do I get a,
What'd they say?
no. I tried to do a Mo Sislak voice when I went into Mo's Southwest Grill. They didn't understand
Didn't
what
like
I was
that?
doing either there, and I didn't get anything for that.
So they told you no at Sam's Club. Did they say put those TVs on the race if you
They
don't mind
actually asked
before you
me
leave?
to stop changing the channels to all the races and to leave the programming alone.
Leave the channels alone. Here's the thing with that.
Gotti's back.
You can only change. See, and here's where I know that guy was full of it.
No, Becky,
Because
I
you can
swear
only-
to you, it's not always in-house. I promise you, it's not just
No.
in-house stuff.
Okay, but here's the bigger one. To change the channel, you need the remote. There are no remotes laying out for those TVs.
What about if you did a universal remote on your phone? Isn't there an app for that?
Do all TVs have the manual buttons on them?
Not all of them.
Yeah, I
See,
don't think
I-
so.
The newer ones
The
don't.
new ones don't. Yeah.
I need that assurance that in case something happens, I can always
Turn on the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, with the new ones we were looking at, and we haven't pulled the trigger on that yet. No on-off button. What about the one you got, Baggy? No on-off button? The new one you got? No.
Well, I mean, it has an on and off button, but it doesn't have the buttons to change the channels and do the volume. It's all through the remote. So it's almost like when you have a Bluetooth keyboard.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get your computer rebooted and your Bluetooth keyboard won't connect. Like, well, how the hell do I put in the password? Like, how do I get this thing going? Like, what are we doing? Like, I don't have a corded keyboard. What do I do?
I'm so used to the other day on the computer, I started touching the screen, forgetting that this isn't touchscreen. That's
Yes.
touchscreen. Okay, what are all these fingerprints? Oh, sorry, that's mine.
Real quick, Tori went to go buy a laptop one time, and I was like, "Oh, is this one of those foldable notebooks that you can fold? You know what I mean? That you can take the screen and bend it all the way back, and it snaps back, and it's its own thing." And the guy goes, "No!" And I started bending this laptop, and almost
God.
snapped this laptop in half. And I was like, "Whew, "That would have been a
Whoops.
$1,200 mistake there."
Yep. Whoopsies.
Oh, okay, the folks over at Lenovo we'll see you. Is that the name of it?
Coming up, bottom of the hour, we got headline check number 1. Coming up around 8:50 this morning, we'll give you the calendar. Coming up at 9, we'll visit with Bob Pockrass of Fox Sports. And coming up at 10:30, you have heard me say his name for years, for decades on this well, not decades, a decade and a half. I've been doing the show for 15 years, so it's a decade and a half. Let's dial it down. I have said his name hundreds of times, though. And this morning, you will finally be able to hear the voice of this gentleman, and we're going to be able to chat with him for the first time ever. Steven Singer of Steven Singer Jewelers. You know, that jeweler at the other corner of 8th and Walnut in Center City, Philadelphia? Well, Steven's going to join us at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time today. I've been waiting for this moment. You know, he used to have those big phone parties in his stores, you know, all that, motorcycles and all this stuff. I think, Petey, it's time for us to make the request that we get put in the phone and we get to do TMD from the phone party. What do you think?
You and I walked by there a while back then, and we saw we went in. Ladies, hello. Bagman gave everybody the treatment and all that. I'm in. Foam it up. Let's do it.
I think that we may need to run this, put this on his radar. Steven Singer of Steven Singer Jewelers going to join us at 10:30 bells Eastern time. Got some big news to talk about as far as Legacy Motor Club. That's coming up along with your telephone calls at 866 Pit Lane and your tweets at SiriusXM NASCAR #TMD NASCAR.